Welcome to the Jacob's Ladder podcast, where we talk about loving God, loving others, and loving ourselves at work and at home. Today is a pondering or triple P episode where I share some of my thoughts that I hope will be purposeful and meaningful for you, and I combine it with praise for our Creator. Welcome to episode 240 and PPP episode 119. This is going to be a brief one. I wanted to share, though, something that I thought was really powerful, and I believe I think I picked this up in a training that I had through work on mental health and how to help recognize when your coworkers are having issues with mental health. And the message is simply this: avoid leading questions. So when it comes to loving others, I think that being a good listener is a huge skill, a very important skill, and it's a great way to show love towards others. And one of the ways to listen is to ask people questions. I mean, another way is just to be quiet, right? But rather than just offering your own opinion on something, you can ask people questions. Well, there's a form of question that can do more harm than good, and maybe is even worse than offering your own opinion, because it's I guess you could say, manipulative. You're asking a question, but you're really trying to make a point. And the term that's often used for this is a leading question. So here are some examples. Don't you think that blank? Why don't you blank? Isn't it better to blank? Wouldn't you like to blank? Have you ever thought about a blank? So in each of those cases, the blank is what you really want to say. And you'd really like to just tell them to do it, or at least tell them your opinion on it. But you're using a question to kind of sound like you're asking them something, but you're really not. And since I learned this, which is recently, I honestly kind of forgot about it until I planned to do this interview. I'm going to try to make a point of monitoring my own conversations and behavior at work as well as outside of work to see if I'm doing that, because I very well may be doing that, or I might be doing it with some other more than others. I know with my kids, I think I've done this in the past, and I've really been consciously trying to give my kids space, honor their ideas and their opinions, and waiting for them to ask me for my opinion instead of just offering it unsolicited. And so I think I've been doing just naturally better without even thinking about it recently. But I'm definitely going to be monitoring it, because I could, as the Bible says, forgive me of my secret faults, which clearly says that we often don't know when we're sinning all the time and when we're just doing things that's stupid. And so anyway, I think that it's great to learn about these things and to be aware of them, but to actually put it into practice, you've got to really pay attention to yourself, and not just at one time, and then you think because you've thought of it, it's locked in your head and it's going to play itself out. You have to be diligent and monitor yourself. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I encourage you to do the same. I hope this was helpful for you. Father, I want to praise you for being the perfect model of love. In fact, you are love. And your word says that we want to be a doer of the word and not just a hearer only. And so when we hear that we should love others, we want to actually do that. And to do that, we need to understand how our actions affect others. And so I praise you, Father, for being love and for your whole message ultimately being about love. And thank you for loving us perfectly. And please work through me and our listeners to implement what I've shared today, as well as any other thing that could be helpful to each of us so that we can love others better. I hope you enjoyed this Triple P episode as much as I did. I also hope you're feeling inspired to apply something you heard to better love God, love others, and or love yourself. You can find notes from this episode as well as more resources at jacobsladderpodcast.org. Until next time, shalom and God bless.